What's up, guys? This is Bowlbound Works, and we are back for part 3. I'm sure if any of you guys watched part 1 or part 2, you're probably hoping for a part 3, which you guys got it. We're back with this black Craftsman push mower. In the past 2 videos, I'll just do a brief catch up to date before I get into what we're going to be doing in today's video, just in case you're new to this series or my channel even. In the first video, what we did is we revved it to the moon by pulling the governor and carburetor throttle wide open and just let it completely rev like way high, probably like 4,500 to maybe 5,000 RPM, super high. That's just a rough guess. And that magically did not kill it, which is insane. Then what we did was we tried to hydrolock the mower by feeding the garden hose directly into the carburetor's air intake, and it died, but it did not lock up, and it restarted within a few pulls. On the next video, part 2, we fed it used motor oil into the cylinder straight through the carburetor's air intake. It made a massive amount of smoke all over this place, but did not kill it. It only stopped once, and then we restarted it, or maybe twice, I forget. And then the second thing we did really blew my mind. We fed it dirt and grit and sand with a spoon all the way from this little pit. This is where we had it before. And it also didn't kill. It ground up a little bit, and it stopped the engine, but it was locked up, and we just beat the crankshaft with a hammer a few times, and it completely just came right back to life. So it shows that these, this is a Briggs Stratton engine. These are really indestructible, which is insane. In fact, this is a flathead right here. Yeah, just in case you guys were wondering, this is not an OHV. It's, let me just film that right here. It's from 2012, which is actually pretty new for a flathead. It's probably one of the last ones that was made. I mean, I know they were pretty popular in the 90s, and they started being phased out in the mid-2000s. It's got 190cc, so not a bad engine. You also might be wondering, why don't I just, if this thing runs, and works fine, why don't I sell it? Why don't I get rid of it or give it away to someone? Here's the thing. It's really unreliable. It doesn't always start on the first pull. Sometimes you have to, spray starter fluid into the intake. Sometimes you have to fiddle with this choke lever, which when the shroud is fully on, that's not super accessible. And I don't want to get, honestly, if I'm being brutally honest, I just don't want to get a reputation on the local marketplace for selling, what I consider crap, if you know what I'm saying. I know I said that in the last video, but I'm just repeating myself in case you didn't watch that video. I feel like this thing is junk. I feel like the handlebar is broken. These don't work. Everything is just rigged together, like the kill switch even. I just threw this together with a bunch of parts. So it's definitely not seller or listing worthy. It's not worth being sold. It would be worth basically free, and I'd rather have a little bit of fun with it and entertain you guys instead of just moving it on, because it will be going to the scrapyard. It will be going to metal recycling. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's move on to what we're going to be doing in this video. So the main thing this video is going to be focused on is we're going to be doing the same, rev it high thing probably, but we're going to be putting sugar. So over here, let me just get you guys over. This is our next test in part 3. We have this little box of sugar right here, and another disposable spoon. We're going to be feeding bits of that sugar straight into the carburetor's air intake again. And I have heard there's a lot of things online, like the modern web posts and online forums and AI, and that often say that it is a myth that if you put gas in, sugar in a car's gas tank, that it will kill it. And it honestly makes sense because of the fuel injectors. It doesn't always get to the cylinder. But on a Briggs Stratton engine, it's a little different if you're feeding it directly into the intake, if you know what I'm saying. So it's not gumming up the carburetor. It's not even going through the jets or anything. It's just going straight into the cylinder. So we're about to find out what happens, and I hope it locks up at the least. If it doesn't lock up, I hope it just loses compression, because this thing is insane. But actually, I have one little fun surprise for you guys. I'm going to test this thing out just for the fun of it, because I feel like this mower might die, or it might not in this video. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just try to drive this thing. I'm going to try to drive it like a sit-down mower. Now, this thing originally did have self-propel, and it's got the nice back self-propel, not front self-propel, which I actually personally prefer on a push mower. I feel like the front self-propel is a little weaker. So I'm going to just try to sit on this thing while running and just see if it'll drive me. I'm really curious. So let's set that up. It'll just be brief, though, and a little fun thing to try out before we try to kill this thing once and for all. Okay, the first challenge, we got it all set up, is to see if it'll even start up. Now, got my camera set up on the tripod, but the way I'm going to be doing this, you may notice the handlebars, there's no regular squeeze self-propel. I took that off and salvaged it for another one of my vehicles that I was modding. But if you lift this cover up, there's actually, let me put my knee here so you guys can see, there's just this little thing, and it's just as simple as a belt tensioner. See how there's that little belt in there? So when you squeeze that, you can see it pulls that belt tight, and that's what drives the mini transmission. There's literally a mini block in here. I think it's a transmission that goes to these back wheels. It's pretty cool how it's just belt driven from the engine. So actually, you know what? I don't even think it goes in there. I actually think that this just, that pulley, I think this itself is just a transmission block. If I can zoom in on there, actually, so you guys can see a little better. That, I think, is just the transmission block, because the pulley would be what would spin. Anyways, so yeah, let's get to, we'll see if we can start it up, and then we'll try to drive it. Sounds so weird saying trying to drive a push mower. Okay. I did put fuel in it already. Don't know how low it was. It looks like it's empty on there, but there's the bottom part of the fuel tank. So it's ungrounded, meaning it will start. Not the spark is not grounded out. See if we can get it to start. Might take a few pulls. See, we got a. Oh, that's open. That's why. The choke was open. It won't start like that for sure. Yep. There we go. As soon as the. Yep. It needs the choke. Would you mind holding that? That'd be really helpful. Of course. Because it's every time I pull it, it swings open. Okay, I got it. Now let's see if we can drive it. It's gonna be funny for sure. Here we go. Well, we moved a little bit. Now I'm going to try downhill. That went pretty well. Funny. All right, last thing we're gonna do before this sugar is we're gonna pull it. We're gonna try to drive it down this hill instead of the other side because you have a little more room on this side. Let's go. Well, guys, I found the trick to going uphill. Wasn't doing that before, but you just have to really grip it hard with your hand. You don't use your fingers. When you're pushing with your fingers, it actually hurts your fingers because you have to squeeze that belt pretty hard. But you saw, I went right up this hill perfectly. So Yeah, enough with this little fun messing around. Let's get to the sugar now. We were just messing around with this stuff a little bit. It's pretty funny. All right, let's get to, we're gonna start feeding this back in now, which I'm really excited about. So let's pull start it. We're gonna get it started right back up and see what happens. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it does. Wide open throttle and choke. Go. Nothing yet. That was a bunch. That was quite a bit. Ooh. Smell it? Smell it. That was a lot. Not seeing any smoke. Wow. Let's do some. Let me watch. Pack of sugar, but I fed it so much and it won't die. I might have to give up on that for now. Right? I know. Kill it. You know why? I honestly have more faith in this engine than I did before. I don't. Right? Yeah, it's like, what? I think this is a long enough rope, because I don't think I need to go full length like before.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what we're doing next is we're gonna try the same thing we did in part 1 of the series when we revved the governor super high, but I'm not gonna stand there in case it throws a rod. The chances of that happening, I will admit, it would be great if this jinxed it when I say this, but I don't think it's gonna throw a rod. I don't think it will. I doubt it. It's always possible though. So we're gonna rig this up to the carburetor throttle, and we'll just rev it up high from a distance, and it probably will die like it was before. If you haven't watched part 1 or part 2, you could watch them. Probably doing that would help you get up to speed with what I've done in this video, but anyways, let's try that out now. Pretty hot there. Especially the head and that.
Should be quite caramelized.
Right, I know. I'm trying to be careful not to burn myself on the hot parts. What I'm surprised about is that the caramelized didn't break it.
Yeah, like it didn't throw off the rings, it didn't. Maybe once it sits.
Okay, let's see. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna find out before I do the video. Well, I am videoing, but let's see here. Oh, that was close. Oh, and it yanked back. No, it often yanks back. The character of this mode. It's funny. Okay, let's rev it high and see what it does. Got this rope here. We're gonna stand over here. We're gonna rev it high again. Let's see what it does. I knew it would die. But it won't be locked up though, I'm sure it won't be. Nope. Nothing fine here. Yeah, try hold up. Thank you, actually. It might help. Yep. Release. Okay, I gotta release it. Release it now. I think it's gonna fire. Wow. When I released it, it died. That's a bummer. See, can we start it?
Alright.
Do the choke, if you would.
Sure.
Yeah, darn. Huh. See if I can do it myself. Well. It died. I think that's enough.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it lives on. Once again, I don't know. I gotta know what's gonna finally kill this thing. I don't know. Do we drain the oil? Like, I don't know. I know we talked about that in part 1, and I said it would kill any engine, which it probably will, but I don't know. Should that be the final way we end it off? I mean, there is a bit of oil in it. It's a little low, I will say that. But maybe we should drain and leave like a quarter in or something. So it's like not got barely any, but might still run. Let's cool it off and make some steam. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Hissing. Super, super hot. Let's feel that. Wow, it's already still hot. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, that's hot now.
Will it start?
It might. Do you want me to try? I think it will. I don't doubt it at this point. I wouldn't bet against it.
Yeah.
I didn't even get air in the carburetor though, so I'm sure it'll be fine. One last victory start. Yeah, some people call it victory lap. Let's do a victory start. I know it'll go. I didn't even get water in the intake. Ooh. Whoa! Wait a minute here. Now that's new. A little surprise for us, huh? Oh my gosh. We were just about to end the video and then this happened.
Interesting.
You know what we gotta do? Let's go get the hammer. This sure was an interesting twist to the video. I bet we can unfreeze it, though. We are about to find out. Got gas leak now. It's not great, but... Alright. Let's do this briefly. Yep, locked up. Here we go. Okay. Just a little bit. So hot. Even the crankshaft, dude, it's like so hot. Let's see if it'll still stay unfrozen. Oh, I think we're good. All it took is a little hit to at least get it unfrozen. We didn't even have to pull the spark plug. Will it fire up? That is the question. Might take choke and a few pulls. Here we go. Thought we were locked up again. Choke. Can you hold that choke for me, please?
Yeah.
You know which way is closed, just like that. Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we are ungrounded. Huh.
How's the plug?
Plug is definitely in there. Let me keep trying. Yeah, maybe hold that if you, that probably would help. It also might be low on gas. I think there's a bit of gas in it. Ooh, it's even hot in there now. Yeah, I think we have gas. I'm sure we have spark. I'm gonna put under the wheel. Yeah, it might not run.
Yeah, it might not.
You think we killed it finally?
Maybe.
You know what's so weird about that is we were revving it high and then I just let it die and I never pulled it again after that. So I don't know if the water did anything. I don't think it did.
Probably not, unless the combination of the water and the caramel
Yeah.
caramelizes the sugar.
Yep.
Maybe.
Sounds like it might run. Still open. There's gotta be a way to wedge that without you holding it. Think we can do that? Think that'll work? There we go, there we go. Perfect. Awesome. Use the hammer as the choke. Here we go. Oh. Oh God. I think that's the end of this thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wow. Nice done, Finn.
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally. I think that's the end. Look what happened. Pull cord snapped. And it won't fire up, so this thing is officially blown, I'd say. That sure was a plot twist. I definitely thought we were gonna have a part 4. Yeah. Okay. Well, that is the end of that. So as always, guys, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out as a growing channel. And of course, even more so, slam that subscribe button because it really helps me even more as a channel growing. So thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.